Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge challenge, something that affects pretty much anyone who's ever lived or worked through a renovation, and that's the communication black hole. We're going to look at how some really smart tech is turning this universal headache into a massive advantage.
Let's start with a feeling I bet we all know way too well. You know, one day everything's normal, and the next there's a jackhammer going off right outside your door, and you had absolutely no idea it was coming. That feeling of being ignored, or surprised, or just totally confused, it's incredibly common, whether it's your apartment or your office.
And you know, this isn't just some minor annoyance for tenants. For property managers and facilities teams, the need to constantly communicate is a huge hidden cost. It's a massive drain on their time and resources, pulling them away from, actually managing the project itself.
And we are talking about a serious amount of time here. Think about this. During a big renovation, managers can spend up to a staggering 40% of their entire workday just on repetitive communication. That's answering the same questions over and over, sending out manual updates, and basically just putting out fires all day long.
So this really shows you the two different worlds. On one side, you've got the old manual way. It's all reactive, it's slow, and it's just full of opportunities for human error. But on the other side, you have an automated approach that's proactive, it's personalized, and it delivers the right information with total precision. It's a night and day difference.
So let's get into the solution. This is where intelligent automation comes in and just completely flips the script on how renovation communication works. It's all about moving from that constant state of reacting to problems to a state of proactive control.
And you have to understand, this tech is not just some fancy email sending machine. Not at all. It's about fundamentally changing the entire dynamic during what is, let's be honest, a really stressful time. It's a tool for building trust, for making people feel respected and kept in the loop, and that's just priceless.
Okay, so how does this quote-unquote digital co-pilot actually do its thing? It's a really cool mix of smart hardware and even smarter software. Let's break down how it works.
It all starts right here with what we call IoT, or Internet of Things sensors. The easiest way to think about these is as the nervous system for the entire renovation site. They're the eyes and ears, constantly checking on things like noise levels, air quality from dust, and even security 24/7.
And here's the magic. This is how it all connects. So, a sensor on the site detects something. Let's say a sudden spike in dust in a specific hallway. Instantly, the system figures out exactly who is affected by that. And then it automatically sends a personalized message to just those tenants, telling them what's up and what's being done about it. The best part? It all happens without a single human having to lift a finger.
And this is a complete communication engine. It's using AI to personalize every single message. So, for example, a law firm on the third floor might get alerts about noise, while a retail shop on the ground floor gets updates about customer access. It can even predict delays from bad weather and has chatbots ready to answer questions anytime, day or night.
Okay, that all sounds great, but does it actually work? Well, let's look at the data.
The impact of making this shift to smart communication. It's really nothing short of transformative.
First up, here's a number that I'm sure property managers can only dream of, a 70% reduction in tenant complaints. It's pretty simple, really. When people know what to expect, all that frustration just plummets. This is a game changer for the tenant experience.
And here's exactly why those complaints drop off a cliff. It's because of an 85% improvement in how transparent tenants feel the project is. They're not in the dark anymore. They feel like they're informed partners in the whole process, and that builds a ton of confidence.
And that confidence, it translates directly into satisfaction. You can see it right here. Before automation, satisfaction scores were hovering around 45%. Afterwards, they jump all the way to 85%. That's a 40-point jump, proving that better communication leads directly to way happier tenants. But this isn't just about getting through one project without a hitch. This level of communication becomes a really powerful long-term competitive edge for the property itself. This right here, this quote gets to the absolute heart of it. Most people are reasonable. They understand renovations are messy and disruptive. What they can't stand, what they won't accept, is feeling ignored or surprised or like they're being lied to.
That is the core problem that this technology is built to solve. And when you solve that fundamental human problem, the business wins are just huge. We're talking about a 30% improvement in lease renewals, even while renovations are happening. It boosts the building's reputation, it frees up managers to do more important work, and it even creates a perfect digital paper trail for legal protection. It's a win-win-win, which really leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought. As technology like this becomes more and more common, maybe the very definition of what makes a great property manager is starting to shift. Perhaps it's becoming less about managing the physical bricks and mortar and more about expertly managing the flow of information, trust, and relationships that happen inside those walls.